Today I'm going to show you a salt dough recipe, and then I'm going to show you how to use the salt dough to study your spelling words. The salt dough recipe is very easy to make. First, you take 4 cups of flour, and you need a large mixing bowl to mix this in, or a large plastic tub. 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of salt, and 2 tablespoons cream of tartar. And cream of tartar can be found in the grocery store in the spice aisle. It's a white substance that's in one of those smaller spice jars in the spice aisle of probably any grocery store. And out of these ingredients, it's probably the most expensive. Maybe it's about $3 to $4 for enough to make several batches of this. Water is free, salt is very cheap, and flour is very cheap. So using this recipe, you can make this salt dough, which is very much like Play-Doh, and you can do a lot of fun things with it. And today I'm going to show you how you can use this to study spelling and vocabulary words. So I have here my salt dough, and I have here a list of geometry words. And I'm going to just use rhombus as an example today, and I'll show you a couple different ways you can use this salt dough to study the spelling. So our word is rhombus. So the first way is just, I guess, called a pinch method, and you just take pinches of this salt dough off and form the letters. So the first letter we're trying to make is R. So I'll just take some pinches of this off the main glob here, and there's an R. Then the next letter is an H. So I'll just kind of stick these pinches of dough together to form an H. So this is a good type of activity to do, just if you want a different method to learn or practice spelling words. It's also good if you're the type of learner that really learns best doing things with your hands, making things, or in class, if you find yourself always kind of playing with something in your hands. This is definitely a good method to use because you're involving your hands. One, you involve more of your body in learning. The more senses that you involve in any type of learning, the easier it is for you to learn and remember that. So in this case, you're involving not only your eyes, but you're involving your hands and your senses, your sense of touch. And so this is a great way to learn how to spell. So I have the R-H-O, and I'll just go ahead and continue to make the M next. This is a great way because as you're making the letters, you are forced to slow down and visualize each letter, and you really take time to think about how each letter curves and the direction it goes. And by doing that, you're really helping form a mental image of each letter one by one into your mind as you make it. And you're also involving your hands, your sense of touch, and your sense of sight. So it's really a great and fun way to study spelling. So this would be considered the pinch method. and here's the word rhombus. The next method I'm going to show you is sort of like a snake method. So you'll just take some of this dough and either in between your hands, roll it into a snake, or you can also just put it on the paper or your surface, and using your hand just roll it out into a long snake. And then using this method, you basically take the snake and then turn that into each of the letters. So there's an R, and then I'll need maybe 1 or 2 snakes to make this H. So you can use both hands and just roll this out into a nice long snake. And then here's the top part of the H, and then I can put this together to make the rest of it. So there's the H. Alright, so here I have made rhombus using the pinch method, where I just take a pinch of dough and stick it down. And then here I have rhombus spelled using the snake method, where I take a piece and either using my hands or using the surface I'm working on, I roll out a snake. So both of those methods are a great way to use salt dough to make spelling practice fun and interesting. And here's the recipe one more time. You just take 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of salt, and 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar. And again, if you can't find cream of tartar, the recipe is going to be okay. The cream of tartar just helps the dough crack less, but since we're not really worried about it drying that much, we're just going to use it when it's soft. It's not a big deal, so don't let that stop you. I'm sure you have these ingredients already in your cupboard, in your kitchen. Take them out, make the recipe. You can practice your math measuring while you do it, and you have a great way to practice your spelling words. So I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you use this method to study spelling. And the best part is when you're done, you can just bring it all back together, collect it all, and make the next word. Now you can keep this fresh just by using a Ziploc bag. Put it in the bag, and then it's ready to go the next time you need to study your spelling words. So that, my friends, is how that works.